to Energy Conscious TV. I'm Caroline Oxbury from whitefeathertherapies.net, and the purpose for Energy Conscious TV is to connect with different soul beings from around the globe to share their alignment from within, their experiences, their inspirations to help others to expand, to grow, and to really have an understanding of their true self. The platform has been provided to help people who are maybe starting out on their journey of self-discovery, of self-exploration, people who want to gain an understanding of their energy body and just what the energy body can do for their overall health. So I hope you enjoy each episode, and I will connect with you all soon. Bye.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this episode of Energy Conscious TV. Today I'm joined by the fabulous Sydney Campos, who is all the way in Bali, and I'm in the UK, and it's freezing where I am, and it looks like it's absolutely glorious sunshine where you are. Do you just want to introduce yourself to everybody and let people know where you are in your journey and where you hope to be, how you've got to where you are today?
Sure, I'll try to address as much of that as I can. So again, I'm so excited to be with you. Thank you for inviting me to contribute. Again, my name is Sydney, and I'm in Bali right now working in Ubud, and I am working, actually, there's a big spider that just dropped in front of me. I'm gonna move it up. That was cool. Anyways, it just sat right in front of me. Came to say hello. Yeah, I'm in the jungle basically, so there's spiders. And what am I doing? So for the past, I would say like 8 months, I've been working for myself as a strategy consultant, working with different startups and brands, and then also conscious entrepreneurs, working with them on marketing strategy, branding, just business and vision. It's really fun. And then also holistic healing and, generally life coaching, but really supporting people to feel amazing and healthy and balanced and connected and really in tune with their intuition.
Yeah.
And I call it visionary coaching. I tend to work with a lot of people that are just like absolute visionaries and also entrepreneurs, and they have big vision but maybe need some help taking care of themselves and also having accountability to create their incredible goals and keep their creative energy really optimized. So I'm having a blast working with people all over the place, and working on also launching a few of my own offerings, such as a meditation challenge that I'm really excited about. It's going to be a 21-day experience for people new to meditation and not new to meditation to just get inspired and totally invigorated about going deeper into their practice.
Yeah.
And then also a group coaching program. So yeah, I'm just feeling really inspired and really inspired by also like global community of people doing similar work and feeling a very loud call to action to put myself out there in big ways and impact people as much as I can and help as much as I can.
Yeah, that all sounds absolutely fab. So I got in touch with you a few weeks ago now because I'd read an article that you'd written about your life sort of growing up as an empath, and can you explain a little bit more about that, a little bit more about your background growing up and how you've came to be where you are now?
Sure. Yeah, I'm so happy that you connected to that. I got a lot of positive response from that Mind Body Green article. So I think I remember just being really young, like even a child, like 3 or 4 or 5, and being super, in tune with magic and like just having really cool experiences and feeling really psychic. But I didn't know. That was how I was, right? Like that was just my experience. I didn't know that was different or that other people weren't experiencing that or whatever. I wasn't talking about it. But I do remember being told by adults and parents and people that I was really precocious and that I should like be more respectful and kind of like quiet down because I wanted to be telling everyone what to do and really coming from this place of really caring and wanting what was best for everyone around me.
Yeah.
And that really manifested as growing up in adolescence and then my early 20s. in a lot of ways, but kind of in very self-destructive ways. I was really like energetically sensitive, emotionally sensitive, empathic, which means I feel like what everyone else is feeling around me, and I can really actually know what they're feeling. Like I know what you're feeling, and I do, you know. And but I never knew that that's what I was experiencing. Again, that was just my experience. You know, I didn't know that it was any different. I wasn't talking about it. I didn't have a vocabulary to explain it. And so it manifested as a lot of anxiety, absorbing a lot of other people's stuff, good and bad, a lot of like negativity. And and I ultimately really medicated myself and found ways to numb out and kind of, block that flow from coming in as best I could, the only ways that I knew how. So through like drinking and drugs and just, other obsessions. And eventually in my early 20s, I got sober. So I, hit a bottom with drinking and really needed to make some big changes in my life to feel better and to just live. And that's when I got in touch with spirituality and meditation and healing and went on this path, and here I am, and it's been a few years, and I've really gone deeply into this practice of self-love and healing and getting to know myself, and really honored the gift that is being an empath. It's such a gift and a superpower, and it's just like a healer. It's like being an empath is like you just are always wanting to help other people, and you really genuinely care about making sure other people feel good, and so much love, just this capacity to feel so much love for other people and help them feel love too. It's like I've come to see it as such a gift, but I could only tune into the gift part once I was taking care of myself and no longer subconsciously, turning my gifts off and blocking them. There's so much I could say about it. It's such a deep journey. And so what I'm doing today now is just trying to share as much as I can about it and write, and, because there's so many people out there that I think relate, but they don't have a vocabulary, just like I never had one, and I didn't know what was going on, and I just thought something was wrong with me. And so I think the more we can talk about this and create space, like what you're doing with your channel, the better, because you just never know who's out there and just wondering like what's wrong with them, and really there's nothing wrong. In fact, they're like incredibly gifted, and there's a few simple things you can do to really get in touch with that in a deeper way and start feeling better.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously the life of an empath is just on another level, isn't it? And especially like when you said when you were younger, it was just the way you were, and you didn't quite understand anything about it. And I was exactly the same. I was always, even now, I'm still working on myself now, trying not to take on other people's worries and energies. And, when they're quite down and negative, it's quite hard. It is quite hard to get through those feelings and energies that you take on from other people. But like you say, when the awareness and the understanding comes, it's easier, and you're able to work through it more consciously, to be able to go on, to move forward and to grow and expand for yourself. And I think it's all about self-care, isn't it? That's what I'm working on massively this year, self-care. And I've seen that there's so many other people working on themselves. This self-care is just the catalyst for health, for happiness, for helping others to grow and to expand. What kind of things do you do to self-care?
So many things. It's a full-time job. It is really, especially if you're like me and you want to help so many other people. It like has to start with helping yourself and making sure that what is that great saying, like that your cup is full, right? To be able to share and give of yourself and not be depleted. And especially as like a really sensitive, energy worker, it's like so important to just conserve and really be smart about how I'm expending energy. So I guess to answer your question, what do? I absolutely have to do meditation every day. sometimes, twice a day. And then that has evolved over the years, but I love to have fun with it and try all sorts of new practices and, work with teachers, and it's just like such medicine. And also movement. So I teach yoga, and I love to do yoga and just all kinds of yoga, not just like your typical, like, sometimes just Kundalini, which is a lot of chanting and breath work and things like that. And also just running. This morning, I felt like I had all this energy from the big breakthrough I had yesterday. And I'm like, I just need to go on a run. It felt so good. So that's a big part of my self-care, is like listening to what I intuitively feel I need, and eating good food, eating healthy food, like grounding, nourishing, clean food. But also, like, if I feel like having something really sweet, like this amazing flourless like brownie that I had last night, it's like, go for it. Like, honor what I want, honor what I really want, and not have like so many restrictions and rules, and really be in the flow with my intuition. And also, like, there's just so many things that are coming through right now. Like, relationships are a big part of self-care, and making sure that I'm surrounding myself with people that are really holding me to my highest potential, and who I can rely on and be totally honest with and safe with, and not being around people that make me feel drained. Being really conscious about that if I'm in situations where I'm around people that are making me feel, weird or drained, and just being really clear on boundaries of where I like to go and where I, probably don't like to go. And I would also say just like reaching out for help whenever I need it, and really honoring, that I'm so worth investing in, and that I really deserve to have as much help as I need to feel like I can just see the truth of like who I am and what's possible for me. Because that's really like where I'm at now in my journey. It's not so much about like I need help with strategy, or like how do I start a business, or like a lot of that stuff I know and I'm doing. I need so much support with just like, remembering like what is the truth and what is my mission and what I'm here to do, and not getting caught up in like fear or resistance or some of the little obstacles that will pop up when I'm operating from a place of ego, because it's just really distracting and not the kind of consciousness that I want to bring forth and bring other people into.
Yeah, definitely. I think you've got to, obviously you do a lot of self-journeying and self-exploration, but it is really, really helpful to have that network of people around you who are on your frequency, on your vibration. Sometimes you need just a little bit of a helping hand to say that, yes, you are doing the right thing, you are going in the right direction, just keep on going. Because although you can work on yourself, like you say, the ego comes in and sometimes takes over, and it's quite hard to think, to let your heart lead the way, really. So it's nice to have somebody or people to let you know that you actually are on the right path and you are doing what you actually solely should be doing.
Yes, that's exactly what it's all about. And really, not being afraid to like reach out also to just people I've never even met, but who are like sending out that kind of energy that I want to be around. And, being really proactive about building that network and community.
Yeah. And it's, social media is just like a massive, massive platform now for people like us who were trying to reach out to help other people and to expand themselves. And I didn't used to use social media at all, but now it's like a huge deal in my life, because like you say, you can connect to people from all over the world that are going to help you on your journey. You can help them on their journey. So it's just such a good platform.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do without it. I honestly think all the time about how my job that I'm doing wouldn't even be possible without it, like a couple years ago. And also like kind of the behavioral like psyche changes that had to happen to make people be open to like the possibility of working with a coach or working with a consultant, not based in an office or stationary. And it's such an exciting time. I feel like that's really the new economy and new paradigm that we're really leading the way for, and it's exciting to see so many other people hopping on the train.
Yeah, definitely. And there is so many people as well, and I think people who are just starting out on the journey, but also people who have been on this journey for years and years. Like you say, you're learning all the time and you're growing all the time, and there's so much to learn. Would you recommend any practices for people who are just starting out on the spiritual path, or how would you allow them to understand that it's all about just themselves, really?
There's no destination. It's like that, it's like just being with your experience as much as possible can be so hard. And it's like, but what's next? Where am I going? What's it going to be like? It's like so much my ego is like, what's it going to be like? I just want to know the future so I can be okay and be safe. And I actually just wrote a big piece about that for another publication that I think should be coming out soon. So I'll definitely share that with you. It's all about that. And actually contains literally the answer to your question, like 10 things that you can do to immediately get out of fear and into faith. And just really practical things like writing a gratitude list every day and sharing it with other people if you can. Like if you want to engage other people to share that with you, starting an email chain with your friend to share that energy, because it's really beautiful and powerful and feels really good. And another thing is, starting meditation if you don't already. And if you do already, then delving deeper into that, really having a journey with that experience. And if you don't feel like you're going deep enough, you sense that there's there's more, asking for teachers and help, going to see community around that. I really believe more and more that that is the answer actually to everything, because anything that's empowering us to go deeper within ourselves is, that's like the gold, is just really tuning into your intuition and then operating from that place of total flow and guidance. Like that's it. It's not really an external thing that you can find that's gonna support you more than that. So, and that's why I'm excited I'm just so clear. I'm like, okay, so my mission is to help people start meditating and really get excited about it and see the fun in it and share everything that I've learned. Like, I'm not an expert by any means, but to someone that is new to it or just starting, there's a lot that I can share. And actually to anybody, even people that have been practicing for 20 years, there's a lot that we can all share with each other, because different things work for different people. And I'm really excited to share through the 21-day experience and putting together all the different, techniques and modalities and all sorts of stuff. It's just going to be totally magical. So that's going to be a great resource for everybody, and especially people new to the spiritual journey wanting to start a new routine and really get grounded in a practice of their own. I mean, there's so many wonderful things. Again, it's what feels good to you, and doing research and looking at people that are shining a light that is, you're connecting to, and putting out an energy that you want to be around. What are they doing? What's working for them? What are they talking about? What are they teaching? Just start trying stuff. Try things and see if it works. And don't just try it one time. I'm totally guilty of this too. I'll share something really honest with you just because it's coming from my heart right now. I was having some blocks the past couple of days, and I'm like, I just want someone to give me the answer. I was talking to all these people. I'm like, can't someone just read my mind and tell me the thing I need to let go of so I can just be done? Just being lazy about it, to be honest. And I remembered I had spoken to a friend of mine who's a coach, an amazing intuitive guide, and she's also an EFT practitioner, so emotional freedom technique, which is tapping and really working to release limiting beliefs. And I had done a session with her almost a year ago, and she created this whole tapping script for me to use all around, sure enough, the stuff that I was experiencing blocks around, even today, a year later. Secrets out, always about money and financial insecurity and unworthiness and things like that. And I'm just God damn it. She made this script for me, and I literally used it 3 times, So I was digging it out of my email, and I'm like, okay, let's try this again, and let me try it and see if it really can work. Let me be willing. Am I really willing to have a new experience and really release whatever needs to go? Because sometimes we can want help, but like I mentioned, it's I'm not actually willing to change. So any help that is going to be coming through, I'm not actually going to be taking the actions, and I'm not actually ready, because for some reason, whatever I'm holding on to is still working for me in some way. which is such a paradox to be like so self-aware. But luckily I have a lot of people around me who can call me out on that, and I can come to that realization much more quickly, all because of like all those practices I shared, and commitment and patience, I would say, are really big to keep in the forefront of your mind. Commitment, consistency, and like patience.
Yeah.
And letting go of like any belief that, you know, you're supposed to be a certain way. It's like, instead of that, it's like, how unique can you be? How yourself can you really be?
Yeah.
And, you know, really avoiding falling into any traps of comparison. Like, we're all here to do completely different things and be completely unique. And there's so many people that each of us are supposed to connect to and reach. And the more unique we can be, the greater impact we have, and the more we reach the people we're really supposed to help. So I'm feeling so connected to that today, and that just kind of like came out in answer to your question.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fab. I think, although, I mean, we've spoken about having that community around you and having people who inspire you, but ultimately you've got to project your personality and your uniqueness. And it's great to, if you see someone who's doing what you want to be doing, it's great to take little snippets from how they do things, but it's got to work for you. It's your personal journey. And for me, it's all about projecting your personality and your just uniqueness in this world, and you'll attract the people into your little community, into your tribe, whatever you want to call it, who resonate with you and your personality. So for me, it is so important to just shine your light rather than looking onto how other people do things and copying, really, because that's not you. It's got to resonate with you and be your flow, hasn't it?
And that's how it feels good too. It's like, it should feel good what you're doing. It shouldn't be like, oh, this sucks. It's like, then why did I quit my job and start my own company to like do things that suck? Like, I want to have fun and do things that are fun and exciting. And I think about that sometimes, like in the coaching industry. Like if I'm in a kind of a position of fear, sometimes in the past I could be like, what are they doing? How's that person doing it? And there's so much like, you know, verbiage out there of like, make $1,000 million in a month or whatever, all the like snazzy copywriting. And I was just thinking about this today. It's like, can we detach from that and really be more in like, what is the service that I'm providing and how am I impacting people? And what am I here to really like inspire in people? I mean, really, it's like, honestly, I want to bring it to the level of like saving lives, because we're like inspiring people to live, really live, you know, as opposed to just like going through the motions of whatever and settling for how they think things should be or what they're allowed to receive or whatever. So it's pretty like serious, the work that we're doing, although it's fun and light and exciting and magical. It's like, it's pretty like, I would say it's really important and critical actually, and transformational on so many levels, revolutionary, I like to say. And I'm really connecting to that, you know, in terms of messaging, right? And instead of the like, here's your business template to do all the things, and there's so many great tools and all that stuff's good, but I'm really resonating with people lately who are just about like sharing really vulnerably, like how they got out of those limiting beliefs, how they did things instead. Oh my God, there's a monkey right next to me. There's literally a monkey. I want to show you in the video. Ready?
Yeah.
Can you see him? Can you see the monkey?
Oh, yeah. Oh, how cute.
He's just hanging out down there. Just came up. So I don't know where he's going to go.
Oh.
Okay. So that happens. That's weird. He just like popped up right next to me. Oh, there he goes.
Oh.
Look at it.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
no, he was hanging out at this tree. I'm like on an interview right now. So look at this guy. He's eating the tree. Can you see him?
Yeah. Oh, that's really cute.
So that's a little surprise. Little taste
get anything like that in the Northeast.
Yeah, it's not happening in England, I'm sure.
Cute.
They're so cool. They're just like people. They're so expressive.
Oh, little angel.
He's like, I'm gonna go into the rice paddy. Okay, there he goes. We have to track him. So this is my view, by the way.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really beautiful.
So you digress a little bit, but that was important.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Oh, and I've just got my little cat just knocking at the door.
Oh, cute. Yeah, so I totally forget what we were talking about, but just be the moment. Be
Well,
present.
yeah, I think, I think what we're doing is so important, and we try
Yes.
to inspire people. We try to guide people, advise people. The more animals.
I'm like, well, the monkeys are kind of violent sometimes, so I'm just trying to be aware, but it's okay. We'll be safe. I'm in my protective bubble of light with you. Safe.
Yeah, nothing will happen. Nothing will go wrong.
We're good.
Yeah, I don't know what we were talking about.
Oh, well, just like that connection. So I was sharing a little bit about how like just messaging, right? And you're talking about like authenticity and sharing, and like you connected with me through a post. And the people I've been connecting with lately are like totally on social, and they're sharing about real shit, not just like, here's how to make 100 grand in a month with your email funnel or whatever. It's like, no, it's like, I'm really a big fan of like, I say all that to say like, it's so important to me to hold people in like this higher consciousness that I want to exist in, right? That I don't exist in all the time, but that I'm really like, that's where I want to be. It's like the deeper connection, the deeper like authenticity, vulnerability, honesty, like real transformations, and sharing about all that. And even like the messy stuff along the way that gets you into that empowering, like magical, creative state. I'm just so interested in people that are all about that, right? And really like sharing. It's like we used to maybe think of it as like oversharing. I'm just like all about it, and like give me all of the truth, all of the darkness. Like I resonate so strongly with that, because that's how we heal. It's not about like, I'm really trying to dissociate a little bit from the really like the business focus, and like I have to like have this model in place, and all that stuff's important. But if you focus on that too much, that is just such ripe ground for like ego and fear and all the old kind of paradigm, like lower consciousness stuff to come in and start telling you how you're not successful, and you need to compare yourself to people and, do the thing that they're doing. And I've just been experiencing that. That's the thing, like working for yourself too, I feel like is such a fast track for like transformation in your own work. It's like, I've learned more in the past 8 months, just having this company and growing than I've ever experienced in any job, over my whole life. Like it's just so dense. Like every single day is like breakthrough.
I know. It is, and there's just so much to learn, isn't there? And so much to explore. And I'm exactly on your wavelength with how I resonate with people who are more truthful and who are not all about like, I've done this and I've done that and I'm here and I'm earning this. And it's all about the authenticity, because you've got to be able to relate. And it's nice to sort of compare sometimes, but it's nice when you're at a bit of you've got blockages to work through, and you see other people who are sort of on a similar vibration as you, and you think, oh, well, at least I'm not the only one who's struggling here.
It's true. I mean, we just heal each other that way, and it's so empowering and helpful to even just like connect, even if it is through like comment or in a group or whatever. It's like, oh, there's people who get it and they're on my team, and we're all really on the same team trying to do the same thing. So there's no competition. And there's really no comparison, because we're just, it's so beautiful. Like it feels like I'm like on a big team, and there's so much support and love when I decide to like tune into that, and it just feels very limitless and abundant.
Yeah, it's a beautiful journey. Do you want to share what your practices are at the minute, what you offer people, who your ideal clients are, and where people can reach you as well?
Sure, I'd love to. Yeah, so like I mentioned, I'm super excited about my meditation challenge that's coming out. And like, I don't know if you've ever heard of the one that like Oprah and Deepak Chopra have done, but I've been a big fan of that one for like years. And it just dawned on me, I'm like, I need to do that. I really want to do that. So I'm just so excited to hear that. It's going to be launching in February. You can sign up for it on my website and Facebook. Yes, I know you will. And it's going to be fun. I'm really also excited to create a big group around that, like a big community where people can share and have little like, comments and challenges and just added inspiration in there. It's going to be really cool. We're going to create like this massive, elevated vibration, and just like, it's so cool. So Yeah, and then I also do one-on-one coaching with people, usually for 6 months or a year. Those are my offerings, but get pretty customized within that. And I do holistic, visionary life coaching. So we look at all areas of your life. We look at the vision that you have for each area, and I help support you in creating that. And it's just so magical to witness like how quickly things can change once people are really ready to hold themselves accountable to what they really want, and such a gift. So, and then I'm also launching a group program, I would say in March. So after the meditation challenge, there will be a group program of digital group coaching. And I think it's going to be 6 weeks to emulate my program that I offer, for 6 months. It's going to be a little taste of what that's like. And my vision for that is to really make my work accessible to more people and really scale to a broader impact. It's going to be fun. So that is all available via my newsletter, which you can sign up at on my website, which is just my name, sydneycampos.com. And I'm pretty active on there. I write a lot, and it's a great way to stay in touch. And I'm always available on email and on social media too. I love connecting with new people and new friends.
Fab. Thank you very much for coming on today. And I hope the little monkey doesn't give you any more trouble.
I know, so funny. Well, he's actually right out. Let me see if I can give you a little snap.
Yeah.
He's eating. He's like in the rice paddy, like eating. Can you see him?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
He's just hanging out. He's like farming rice. Yeah. Who knows?
Oh, you.
So cool. So unexpected. But also not unexpected. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed today's chat.
Yeah, and we'll talk again soon. I hope. Keep me posted on all the amazing things you're up to, and if there's ever anything I can support you.
Yeah, and I'm excited to sign up to your meditation.
Yay, me too.
All right, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, love. You too. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode and you've managed to find some inspiration, some guidance, some tips and advice on how you can either start your journey or you can continue on with your journey. If you would like to gain more clarity and understanding around your energy body on how this can help your overall health, it can help you to move forward in life, it can help you to get rid of any blockages that you may be experiencing right now, join me for a Heal, Balance and Expand session, the details of which are on my website, which is www.whitefeathertherapies.net. So I look forward to connecting with you soon. Enjoy your day. Bye.